Hi, everybody. I'm Julie here. I'm with the Animal Communication Collective, and we were doing a live Facebook event today for 16 Hands of Love.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. So why don't we just go ahead and connect in with Maggie then, if that's okay? That way we're, get a question in for Maggie and see how things go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Donna gets stuff, can she type it too, or in the comments, or would y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great idea. Okay, but let's just go ahead and get started. So we're talking with Maggie, female horse and spirit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just kind of quieting just a moment just to connect and tap into Maggie amid all of this technological fanfare, all this fun stuff. So Donna's all on board to connect and chat. So this will be fun. So as I connect in with Maggie, and she's reminding me that I've talked with her before. I think when we did an event before and we did a practice or something with her, I just remember her showing me something about the sun, but in relation to like Ra, like the sun god, sun goddess kind of a thing. Because as I see her walking into my space, I just have this, I feel like this whole part of my body just wants to raise itself up. And my shoulders want to go back. My hair on the back, of which I have none, but if it were a mane, it would just be lightly blowing in the breeze. I feel very regal. The way that I want to move my body is very specific, as if I were a queen or royalty. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just feel, the feeling I have is just very much a lot. I just feel very confident. I feel very strong in a confident way, maybe not in a physical way, but just like very strong presence. Like I am here. You pulled a sacred place card before this, right, Angela?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's sacred. Like I am here holding space is what I hear her say. And she's setting up this big stage of just like, she's moving, like if she had like human arms, and she'd be opening up it all up and inviting everybody in, and let us just be here, as if to be, to some degree, is what it feels like, very sacred, like in prayer kind of a feeling. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yep. And one thing I was thinking of when you talked about kind of like queen and regal, Carrie, who's on the call, that was Maggie's grandmother. I was sharing the story while we were waiting to jump on, because her daughter had her before I rescued her from a therapeutic riding program, and I didn't know when I got Maggie I'd be connecting her with her childhood love. Yes, it was and Carrie told me that at their place at Joyride and my place, Maggie was just like the one that the kind of waters parted for, like everybody. She was just this grace presence of just kind of holding all the pieces together at not only my location, but the two she was at before mine.
So here's what's really kind of interesting is I can ask Carol Kabinski to join this chat. And Maggie is telling me she's been controlling who can and cannot join this chat.
Yeah.
So that's up to you, Angela, if you want Carol to come on. But just know Maggie is the one actually pulling the strings from the technology perspective.
Yeah.
As to who can be here and who can't be. So, yeah. Do you want me to have Carol join? Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then Maggie comes in cantering a bit as if she's dancing, feeling glorious and light. She is a gatherer in spirit. Awesome. Yes, Donna, absolutely. Carol, if you're open to being live on Facebook, send just a little chat so we know, because I don't want to pull you in if you're like, no, I don't want to be on camera, because I don't want to. So we'll just wait and see. Let's see, is there anything else Maggie wants us to know about her personality? I see her, I hear her say a couple of things. First of all, she wants me to tell everybody she's very, very happy, and she's absolutely, I hear her say, I'm absolutely free. And I just see like her, not like galloping, but more, is it cantering when they kind of trot a little bit? So just like easy kind of, but very happy, loving what she does. And she has a really big job on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge. of holding space for people who are still working, humans who are still working through their issues here on earth. So she is still connecting, and she shows me heart to heart with people still in this realm, and she's still helping a lot of people just be in the moment and be happy and helpful, if that makes sense. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Yeah. Hey Karen, I'm here too. I think I'm here too in the Facebook. Anyway, I can't add you either, Karen, in this realm either. So thank you. And I thought I was, so I don't know where I am. Let's see. Carrie says she's always been the queen matriarch of any herd, and with humans, she's touched the hearts of all. Oh, and she continues to do so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Let's see here. I'm asking her what she wants us. She wants to talk just a little bit about you, Angela, if that's okay.
Yes.
She just wants to say, like, when I'm asking her, she wants to talk about you, but she wants to share a bit of your personality for the greatest and highest good of this conversation. And she's just showing me you in the exact same way that she presented herself. Oh, and Donna wants to say she and Dakota are still working with you and are fully supportive of the recent move. So that's pretty cool. She shows me you as also in that same regal, noble, shoulders back, confident. You have a mission, I hear her say, and you will fulfill it. You are on the right path. You're doing everything you need to do. And then she also shows me you as this huge pillar of light, just bringing in information, making sure that everybody around you has exactly what they need. And I hear her say you're actually doing a pretty good job of taking care of yourself in the process. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yeah.
And I hear her say she's really proud of you because that's been a thing, but you're really taking care of yourself. And I hear her say you're being a very good role model for other women in that regard. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Cool.
Yeah. She told me some of this, before she passed. She would share that. It's funny that you picked it up because I can feel her, I never shared, I didn't know you whenever she would talk to me, when she was in, and she actually kind of, it was maybe 2 years ago or so that she kind of reminded me of that. And I'm not in the exact same boat, but a little bit of like, okay, is this what I'm supposed to keep doing? The move was, it was great. It's perfect, but it's definitely shaken things up, and it's change. It's a new beginning. And I've been wondering, and she really answered that for me. So thank you.
Yeah. Wow. And I just hear her say, I am so proud of you, Angela. I'm so proud of you. Just keep shining that light, girlfriend. And she kind of does this.
Yeah. Thank you. I feel her so much. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. She has also something she wants to say to everybody who's going to watch this. And hopefully everybody now Donna even said she's proud of how you honor the light in the people around you. How wonderful.
Yeah.
She also wants to share with everybody that's watching this, that will see it on the 16 Hands of Love Facebook page, that will also come to the event that we're having on the 20th of June. And I just want to back up real quick and say, Karen says she's a powerful presence and is saying, stand proud, and is sending so much love. And Donna says, carry on with the teaching about animals and their messages. Yes, absolutely. And her message to everyone that's going to see any of these videos, whether it's this one or the event that we're actually doing, she's actually really grateful. She puts her hands together like this, and she's like, I'm very grateful that you all are supporting 16 Hands of Love. But more importantly, she says, I hear her say, I am so grateful that you all are helping to get the word out about what animals have in our hearts, and how we want to connect with humans, how we want to help the human species grow and evolve. So thank you so much for all of the work that you do to connect us animals with you humans who are also animals. She's saying all of this. Thank you so much. And please don't stop. We've got a lot of work to do, but you guys are doing a great job. So she just wants to share that with everybody that's going to be a part of all of this. So, wow. And Donna said the herd is ready to support your efforts.
That sounds, yes, that's exactly what I resonate with too.
Cool. Cool. Angela, do you have a question for her specifically?
Um, I think you answered one of them. The other one would be, I actually have two. One would be really quick. Was she ever like a bucking bronco, like used as a practice rodeo bucking horse? Because we don't know much about before Carrie and her daughter had her. And Carrie could probably put in the messages what age they got Maggie, but I think it was early. But she had already had a prior life before that, like her brand. She had a brand on her, and I always just got the feeling that somehow, I don't think she was in rodeos, but did anybody ever use her for anything related to like bucking bronc? I don't know. Maybe it was just.
So I don't know if she'll tell Donna or Karen, but this is what, when I ask her, begin to ask her the question, and to some degree your question flows through me right to Maggie and she starts to respond. So when that happened, she actually turned her head away from me, which for me means she's not going to answer the question, but let me ask her specifically. So I'm going to just ask her, Maggie, in your prior life, before, wherever you got the brand from, we'll even say it that way, can you tell us a little bit more about your life? She's like, no. She shakes her head actually at me. She's like, no, she doesn't want to. Now maybe Donna and Karen, if they get something specific, they'll put it in the comments. But for me, she's like, that's not important. And she says it just like that. That's not important right now. And she says it very.
It was also some really cool things, because I would always get that feeling, but when she passed, and I was driving over the Kima Bridge, and I just looked up in the sky and I saw this like sky, the cloud shape of a bucking bronco. And then today when I closed my eyes, I mean, I've got like over 50 cards I could have chose from, and I drew out the one that I saw her in the clouds. So I think she's telling me, even with that, like, that's for you and me, like, that's for you to trust what you get from me. Like, it's not for me to share, like, and like, you don't need confirmation from me in this way, is what, so that's funny that she won't share.
Yeah, no. The only thing that she will say, or that when you first mentioned that she had a brand, I did feel like, and it's on my left glute, if you will. I could feel it, and I don't know if it was on her left side or not, but that's where I felt it.
Can't remember. It might have been. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll have to go
That's
back and look at pictures.
Yeah, and it didn't, like, I could feel it, and it was like a little cramp on my glute, if you will. That's the only thing I could feel. So I did see that Karen said something. Karen said, that's about my power, she says. So I have a feeling about what you're showing. You saw the clouds and everything. Carrie said, we have no history on her. She was, we think, 19 when we adopted her. And then Donna said, I see an image of Maggie surrounded by cattle. Yeah, that I can feel that resonates too. Yeah, particularly with the brain. So yeah, she might have been overworking. I'm not going to interpret. I'm not going to interpret. Yeah. I know. All right. So do you have another question for her?
I think it's already been answered. Just we had to bury her, and I know she chose to go the way she did, and we left her body, but like there was some significance, I feel like, in her wanting to leave her body at our old home, even though that barn owner did not always favor her over the other horses, and then there's no judgment there. Like, he's on his own journey, and I know Maggie never judged him, and that's what I think she always tried to tell us. But like, I wanted to know, like, I feel like I know the answer, but even for our listeners, like, what was her significance in wanting her body to stay there versus going to our new home and having it? I feel like where they choose to leave their physical body has some significance sometimes.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to move my phone around.
No, you're fine.
So as you were talking there. Okay, so let's see why. Let's ask Maggie if she can share about where she wanted to have her physical remains left behind, or left. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I hear her say it was a way, I hear her say it was a way to leave the physical behind. And what I also hear her say is if there was a grave site, and memorial's one thing. She's very specific about grave site, I hear her say. If there was a grave site where you all now, everybody would continue to go to a place and be sad. Memorial's different. She feels like memorial's a place to honor, but to leave the physical and the body behind in a place that you weren't going to be able to necessarily get to, just leave it behind is what I hear her say. And let things move forward in a really good, strong way, and bring that, what she shows me is like that her neck starts to go up again, like that nobility, and just let the good aspects, the positive side, come through to where you all are. So if you do a memorial, it's more the positive and the honoring of the presence and the grace that she is now, and then let the physical body, she's not taking that with her, as well as the place where she was. And so that can just be left behind. And then, yeah, so Karen's saying, yes, I'm hearing the same as Julie. And she also says leave physical attachments behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. No, that's just, that message actually resonates with me too, just in things that are going on, which is so cool about animal communication is many times some of these little threads have a relevance to the reader as well. So that's cool. I've been thinking about, well, how much do you really need in life anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Donna's saying, oh, go ahead. Sorry, Angela.
I just said, isn't she amazing?
She is. Yeah. She is a force. Wow. Yeah. She's like, And Donna says, Maggie says this will assist her people with shifting into a mindset of working with her now in this new form. Oh, how wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. For her?
Not where we are now in Hempstead, but I will work on creating one.
Okay.
So that would be something fun to play around with.
Okay. Yeah. She's like, only if you want to, but it feels like it's a memorial to all the animals that have served, not just her. Okay. Yeah. She's very clear about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we could use that.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for Maggie today?
No, just unless she's kind of already covered, just to keep on. I've been asking, like what's next with rescuing a new horse. I keep telling her, I know I can't have another Maggie because she's the only Maggie, like in the essence of things, but just, what to keep an eye out for the next. I know Dakota needs a friend, and, I've been wanting something trustworthy like her with the volunteers that come to take care of them now. So. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask her that question. I'll actually solidify it just a second so that Karen and Donna can be on the same page. But I did want to say Karen responded and said, I'm not my body, is what she heard Maggie say. I used a physical form to connect then, and now I am powerful and connect in a fuller way. So cool. And then Donna said, I hear dream catchers. That's woo, I get shivers with that one. That would be really cool. Yeah. Okay, so you want to ask about what should you look for? Okay, so Karen says, or what you were asking, what should you look for in looking for another horse, not to take Maggie's place, but to continue that type of work? Is that correct, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Karen said Maggie keeps flashing a picture of a foal through Karen's mind, and Karen's not sure why. So maybe now that we have a foal.
A foal.
Yeah. Yeah. I do hear Maggie say very strongly, and she's actually stomping her right foot. And I hear her say that's a sign that the next horse likes to stomp their right foot or scratch the ground with their right hoof. So that is a sign. But I also hear Maggie say that she's finding the right one for you, and Maggie will actually send you a sign. Could be possibly you'll see the sign of the actual this in the horse, or you'll actually see it in another way that now something around you is connecting. Maggie, I hear also say is really looking for the right one because she's passing that baton on to the next person who can take her lessons and move them forward, is what I hear her say. And she says it a little cheekily with like attitude because she knows she's lovely. Not in like a boastful way or anything, but just in a proud way, as all females should be, I hear her say. Yeah. Let's see, are there any others? Oh, I hear her say, Angela, you'll absolutely know, and you'll actually get like a little tingly feeling in your abdomen, particularly between the second and third chakras, right there, right up between the belly button and where the rib cage ends.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
just know that, yeah, you're just gonna get that tingly feeling right there, and you're gonna absolutely know is what, because she's like, you well, and I hear her also say, Angela, now trust your intuition. You know you've got it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You could probably reassure me of that all day long.
Yes. Yeah. She's like, you so have it. And she goes like, yeah, look at the card you pulled today. Look at the cloud. Like, yeah, you've totally got it. But she does come back to that stomping or the scratching of the right hoof, right front hoof. Just be mindful of that too when you see.
That's actually a sign that one of the horses behind me in this picture did back in, like, she would show me with her front right hoof. She would make like a rainbow bridge arc, like, so that's a sign that they do show me. So that's interesting that she's doing that.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions?
No, I'm just grateful for this. Yeah, this was really nice to feel her again. I know there's so many hearts she touched. Even if they couldn't make it on the call, there's just so many people that would write me stories about Maggie, and I just want them to know, like, she's still there. You know, it's just in a different form, and
I hear her say, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, is what I hear her say.
Yeah.
She's following wherever you go and wherever you end up landing land-wise and whatnot too. She's making sure that everything is blessed. I see her doing this. I was raised Catholic, so I see her. So she'll use references right, that I know. So she see her doing this. Not not that she's Catholic or anything for anybody, but
that's the first time for you. Yeah, that makes total sense. That's good to know too. I feel like we're supposed to stay up where we are.
Okay. Yeah, she's making. I see her also like clearing the path.
Yeah,
and also clearing the pasture is what I hear her say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of anything that's not good for horses and any other. Yeah, she's making sure everything is in order. She's helping you. I also hear her say you can ask her for help in that. Like, is this really the place? And you'll feel it in your body in that same place again. Whether it's whether it's a good spot or not spot, or is there something you need to work on in a certain area of the land or not? So she's absolutely there to help you.
Yeah, that's a great reminder. Yeah. That feels right.
Yeah. So I hear her say you can use her as horse medicine, if you will, is what I hear her say.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, do you want to tell everybody about what we're doing on the 20th?
I will. I don't know if I can communicate it as well as, you who does it all the time, but on the 20th at 6 p.m. Central Time, we'll be doing Speak with Your Animals, which will be similar to this. It's a private setting, more of a intimate setting, is I think the word you use, where whoever comes and buys their ticket on our website at 16handsoflove.org, you get a chance by buying your ticket to the event. When you come on we email you a Zoom link, and about 6 or 7 people for that hour and a half will get chosen to ask a question about their pet, and they'll do similar to what Julie's doing, but there will be 2 or 3 other intuitives on the call too.
We'll be 4 readers total, and then we'll also have some of our members are going to run the tech. So
great. So it'll be just like this, maybe not as long, but you'll get maybe a 5-8 minute segment to have some questions about your pet and just see what they do, and lots of laughing and smiling and crying and connecting, and then we have raffle tickets where you can buy a raffle ticket for a chance to get a half-hour free reading with one of the intuitives privately. And we're also doing this year an after party, which is different from our event last time, where if you buy an additional ticket for $10 for the after party, you get to privately connect with the intuitives after for about 30 minutes and just ask them questions about what they do. And I feel like that's kind of how I would describe that. So if I missed anything, feel free to fill it in.
No, that was perfect. Yeah. So make sure to buy tickets to the event, tickets to the after party, where you'll get to ask us a bunch of questions, and then tickets to buying the raffle tickets, whereas Donna reminded, where we're raffling 30-minute readings. So you can win a private reading with each one of the readers as well as the tech person.
So 4 people will get chosen, right?
5, actually.
5.
Yeah. But you may be even 6 because there's a tech person in training, but I have to actually go back and make sure that I'm trying to make sure. So there could be 6, but for sure 5. So
Wow.
I did add the link. I know Karen added the link in the chat. I did add the link to this live as well. So you should be able to find that 16handsoflove.org. Let's see, I did want to share one other thing that Karen and Donna both said was, Karen said about the full. Donna said she's showing me an image of her hanging out with Freedom and helping out with calming energy there. So
yes,
yeah.
I hope Margot's on the call, because I said I feel like Maggie's still there with the herd, with them. That's why she chose her body to be there. It's kind of what she told me. Like, her essence is still there, guiding the herd. So
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're really looking forward to doing this event with you on the 20th of June.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks to everyone who's here today. Thanks for following us despite all the technical challenges that we had. We're really sorry. Maggie's like, and Maggie's just kind of laughing a little bit because she's like, haha.
Yeah, like, we think we have it all figured out.
Yeah, and we
roll with
don't.
it.
We're not in control. Yeah. So thanks
you,
everybody for being here. And Angela, I'll let you go and get back to your day.
Thank you to you, Julie. And
yeah.
Donna and Karen and everyone who came. Thank you. Thank you to Maggie. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting us in this journey. This is beautiful. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thanks to my colleagues, Karen and Donna, for playing along in chat. I appreciate it.
Yes. First time for everything, right?
Exactly. So everybody go get your tickets now so that you don't sell out and you can't be there, because we'd love to see your faces. So cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Lots of love to y'all too. Bye, everyone.
Right. Bye. Thank you.